We have been waiting all summer to see if this new lazy way of growing potatoes is going to work for us. We're harvesting today. Stick around. Thank God for coffee. So this last spring we decided to try a new way of growing potatoes. We're trying the Ruth Stout method. And if you have not heard of the Ruth Stout method, basically what she did was in the fall she put 8 to 10 inches of hay over her garden. She let it compost down over the winter. And then when she planted potatoes, she would just throw potatoes out on top of that and add about 6 or 8 inches more of hay. Now, we did not have hay on this area in the fall prior to doing this, so we threw down a little bit of compost. Except for one row, we didn't throw any compost down, so we'll have to see how that compares. And then we covered it with probably 8 inches of hay, and we haven't watered it all summer except for one time early on I gave it a light watering during a heat wave. So let's see how this does.
Ooh,
There's a nice one.
that's a nice one. Itty bitties. They'll eat. We'll put all the vegetation back on to let it compost.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hot potato. I know the soil looks really, really good.
So not terribly impressive so far. Lots of little ones.
Yeah.
So these have been in the ground since mid-April, and it's mid-September, so that is almost 5 months. So that is way, way long enough for them to have gotten big if they were going to get big.
You know, like your little onion pearls, you can call these potato pearls. Be a new craze. $300 a pound. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just keep going down this row.
Okay.
And see if there's any difference between this row and the middle row, because the middle row is the one that
Okay.
we didn't put anything down underneath.
Well, so far the ones we have aren't going to make us any French fries.
Well, that one,
Yeah.
you might be able to make French fries out of that one. So, you know, don't be talking too soon. I almost think the one on top is maybe the seed. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that looks like the seed potato.
Are these the Kennebecks?
Yes.
You know, from what I'm seeing right now, I'm almost thinking that middle row has more vegetation. I don't know about tubers, but you've been throwing tomatoes over here?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Now, don't do that.
One of the nice things about this method is there's no digging.
Well,
You really only need your hands, basically.
okay, so here we have evidence of
Show it.
predator, tater predators,
So voles or something like that.
I guess. I think we can salvage that one. Ooh, well that's too bad, but that's just a small.
Doggone it. Have to use those first. Darn it.
So I wonder, now see here is something that's beautiful.
Yes, yes, yes. That means we have good soil.
And all these bugs are good. So I wonder what would eat.
People have had voles eating potatoes and mice.
Mice?
Uh-huh.
Well, I've seen a, not down here, but I bring it back this way.
I saw a mouse down here. Some of these smaller ones in here we might be able to save.
See, I think that's the seed. I really do. I mean, feel of it.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's weird.
Almost like it was starting to grow another plant again. Oh, look at that. Yep, something has been at these. Guess we're feeding some vermin this summer. Golly, they're eating all the good ones.
That would have been a good one right there.
Maybe they only got to the first row. We'll see. So after one row, we had several picked on by vermin. But after one row, here's what we've got. And we've got 3 rows to do. So now the middle row, we did not put compost down. We just threw them on the ground. So let's see what that difference is like. I think that was from the 3rd row. So these are Kennebec variety potatoes that we planted. Really good variety for multiple uses. Ah, there's some good ones. Hopefully they didn't get eaten.
Partially, but I think we can salvage them.
Are they okay to eat if something's been chewing on it?
Okay, if you look, it's almost like it's started to skin back over, and you just cut that off and they'll be fine.
So even though they might have germs or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm noticing, dear, is that I believe potatoes need well draining soil. I'm noticing it did stay very moist underneath that hay. Do you think that has anything to do with the production?
Well, you'll have to ask Ruth, because I don't know.
Okay. Oh, they got to the middle row too.
Yeah.
Lots of bugs though and worms. This will be a pretty fertile area next year for something if we try to do potatoes here again, maybe. I don't know.
It's amazing, all these little ones. It's like,
And they're not green. It's like they're done. It's just, well, some of these are a little green, but
yeah.
not the majority.
But I mean, it's like, it doesn't, I don't know, for me it doesn't make sense. It's too bad we can't eat worms and pill bugs. That one had something eating it, and then a worm got in there, an earthworm, you know. Okay.
That's the end of the row?
That's the end of the row.
Alright, so the end of row 2, that's what we've got. Not what we hoped. They're really small.
And there's what you don't want to see.
What's that?
A grub.
Ah. Okay. Okay, last hill. Is it going to be where the money is? Oh. Not bad.
They've been nibbled on now.
Have they? Ah. Alright, there is the total harvest from the potatoes. A little disappointing. Well, does it work? Yeah, it works, but the potatoes were really small, so we're going to have to figure out, if we do this again, what to do to increase the large potato production. But we still got some potatoes, so we're happy. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.